Welcome to VizHub Office Hours, the first one ever. I'm hoping this will be a long-running series where we just hang out and talk about fun stuff. I'm Curran. I created VizHub a long time ago, and I've been teaching data visualization with D3 for a number of years, mainly through Worcester Polytechnic Institute. I've been teaching this online course there. And VizHub is my side project, my passion project, so to speak. I want to keep it going and grow it and make it really, really good. Make something of lasting value. The current state of VizHub, it's been online since 2018. It's fully open source. The core feature is you can fork and modify interactive data visualizations in your browser. I've been using it for teaching my data visualization course at Worcester Polytechnic for 8 years now. That was actually the reason I created VizHub, is so that I could create examples for my students and have an easy way for them to fork and modify the examples. And other professors have picked up the tool and are using it as well. So it's currently being used at University of San Francisco and University of North Texas. So recent developments include the Edit with AI feature, which I'm really, really excited about. It really changes the game for what VizHub can do. Fully working revision history is new. It wasn't really working well until like 2 weeks ago. And a whole new thumbnail system, which I hope will be more reliable. VizHub in the past has suffered from data viz thumbnails that break half the time. And I recently changed the pricing of VizHub. I was looking at my server bills and I'm like, I can't just keep paying for this. I was like, oh, it's either I shut it down. I don't want to shut it down though, but I have to pay for the servers. So I changed it so that you can't really use it anymore until you pay. And I put the price really low at $199 a month to make it accessible to people, mainly students. And on top of that, there's this new AI credits system. So when you use the Edit with AI feature, it deducts your AI credits and you can top up your AI credits. So the challenges that I'm facing right now is I want to really build up a vibrant community around VizHub. And there sort of is. Like there's the VizHub forum and there's the VizHub Discord and the VizHub open source stuff. And people have been involved here and there. But I had a good thing going a couple of years ago with the Get It Right in Black and White series, where I had a meeting every week. And it was like a recurring group of people that would show up and hang around, and I missed that. And also I missed like the D3 meetups back in San Francisco in 2015, where it was like the heyday of D3 with blocks.org and everything. And my goal is to kind of recreate that ethos. And so that's what I'm working on, this challenge of the lack of like community engagement and feedback. Like people don't really give that much feedback on VizHub, but I need feedback to know what to work on next, how to make it better. I also want to get VizHub to a point where it can be used in professional settings. So that's the current state of VizHub. So I want to get feedback on VizHub, and particularly on the whole idea of my understanding of the challenges that it's supposed to solve. So understanding the core problems of data visualization developers. So who are the customers of VizHub? Primarily educators teaching data visualization at this point and historically, although I want to change that. Data visualization practitioners. Some freelancers use VizHub to create starting points for their work and maybe even deliver their work. And I know someone has used it in the past for tutoring and mentorship because it has this real-time collaboration feature. Developers, like just traditional front-end developers who want to integrate data viz into products that they're working on, and researchers and journalists working with data. What problems do they have? Complexity. D3 and web tools have a steep learning curve. So if you're new to it, it takes a long time to onboard. It's hard to create reusable and shareable visualizations. It's hard to collaborate on visualizations. and it's hard to deploy and embed interactive visualizations. Like, you can do all these things, but there's a sort of a long, detailed process for each one of these, and VizHub is aiming to make all of this easier. So how are people solving these problems today? A lot of people use observable, but it has a whole different paradigm where it's not JavaScript. It's like observable JavaScript, and you can't really edit outside of their tool. Also, tools like CodePen, JSFiddle, StackBlitz, and things in that same vein. Those are sort of general purpose web-based IDEs, but they don't have really DataViz-specific features. And people write custom solutions and duplicate effort across different companies. And also a big part of this is like in consulting, which is what I've done a lot of. People just use the traditional front-end workflows and work with designers in Figma. And that works, but it's very technical and involved. So why are these not sufficient solutions? Mainly slow feedback cycles, because DataViz, you need fast iteration and fast feedback, fast improvement on what you've done. These tools are not purpose-built for data visualization. They're not accessible for non-technical users. Collaboration features are kind of limited, and it's difficult to integrate visualizations across platforms. So this is sort of my theory about the VizHub market and the customers, and like if I want to grow this business, I think this is what I'm targeting, but I don't really know. That's why I'm having these meetings, and I want to hear from people who are using VizHub. So the upcoming features, like just to give a sense of what I'm looking at for the future, the edit with AI, we're going to build that out. I just landed visibility into your AI usage history today. I want to clean it up as an open source product so people can use the open source piece, like self-host it. Refactor the business specific logic out of the open source, like the Stripe stuff is still in there. And I want to rebuild the whole VizHub UI with Tailwind and make it themable. Someone expressed interest in being able to have their own instance of VizHub that is themed to their brand. I think a lot of people would want that. I want to also improve the runtime environment to support ESM packages like 3JS and TypeScript. I want to introduce an organizations feature for businesses and educators to have groups of people who they give access to their VizHub organization. And I'm going to be giving a whole new series of lectures. That's the plan, at least, for 2025. And this VizHub Office Hours meeting is here now. So what features would you like to see? What are your biggest challenges? How can we improve the VizHub community? And we'll see where this discussion goes. I can show demos. But mainly I want to hear from you, whoever's here, whoever's going to show up. So join the VizHub Discord today. It's right here in the resources menu. Just click through and say hello. Let me know that you exist. Looking forward to hearing from you.